Welcome back to another episode of the Clyde's Mechanical. We are down here in the pole barn. Bet you guys didn't know I had this. What you see here is a 1976, is it a Land Cruiser? Land Cruiser with a straight six in it. It's got some kind of fancy name for the motor. I'm not sure what it is. We are going to get this thing running. It has not driven in about 15 years. It has not ran in about 4. But if you notice, I have this beautiful 4-post lift down here that I have never once used, and the Boyota is out of commission. So I would like to use the 4-post lift on the Boyota. So it's about time to tackle some things that I haven't tackled in a long time and been putting off. So today, we're going to get the motor running. We know it's not locked up. We're going to go ahead and put the brakes back together. My mouth is filling up with spit. And hopefully, by the end of this afternoon, we have a running Land Cruiser, and after that, we'll figure out what we're going to do with it. May not be staying on the channel, but we're going to figure out what to do with it. So, this episode, I think I've already explained this shit, so we're not going to do it again. First things first, let's get the blower out and blow the motor off, maybe. Knock a little dirt off of it. Air compressor 3000, just for the pole barn. Plug that bad boy up right there. We're gonna make as much noise as possible so y'all can't hear a thing. Now, this is slogan now. You ever seen them try to make somebody hair? Let me see it, folks. Let me see. Yeah, it didn't work at all. Well, I do my life. Turn the old fancy Track Supply Special $14 on. Slow this thing out a little bit. Luckily, before Papa left, he decided to put some tape on top of his carburetor to keep the goobers out. Don't know how well it worked. Not too good. But it's all right. Look at that. That 3/4 inch ratchet and wrench. That's nice. And it's a Pittsburgh. Yeah. about the Toyota Land Cruiser. It used to be made by Toyota, and guess what? They still are. I don't know. I don't know the history of it. Are they? They still are. Now you probably see this body style of Land Cruiser all the time overseas. Not really sure why. I'm not pretending like I do. I do know that these engines are tough if they're taken care of. So we're going to do as least amount as possible to get this thing running. Hey, here's an idea. Let's check the oil. See a dipstick, Bo? Ah, it's a hiding little joker. There she is. It's got a lot in it, but I don't see any metals or shiny things, so let's send it. Fuel wise, the fuel pump is not hooked up, so I'm gonna say at some point there was a clickety clacker on this thing. Yep, there's the clickety clacker, all right. So there's a clickety clacker on it. It's nice to know even at this age they still had charcoal canisters. Got a fresh starter on it. Let's see, there's the wire for the click clack. Assuming that goes to the power. That's going to the coil. So we'll say we throw a battery in it. Run a little jumper from the battery coil, because we don't have a key to this thing on how we're looking at this deal. The plugs that entered out we're going to pull out, but they're brand new. I don't think there's necessarily a reason to pull them out. This may be as simple as throwing a battery in here and starting this thing up. Now, if you don't know about Land Cruisers, the gas tank is directly up under the passenger side seat. So it's like you have one of them Injecto seats, you know, without a button if you need. Supposed to be a key for this thing, but the key is not with us, so we'll just break that off in there. And what I want to do is check the fuel, make sure the fuel's still good enough to run. So we'll get a screwdriver, try to pop this loose right quick. Pour a little gas in there and turn the click clack on and see if it runs. There we go. Played a lot of Grand Theft Auto when I was younger. Just kidding. They never would have taught me how to do this. Let's see the light there, Bo. Look down this neck here. I mean, it doesn't look horrible here. Kind of looks shiny down there. So I think what we're going to do is pour some gas in this thing. First thing I want to do is take on the carburetor. And I want to make sure that everything opens like it should, so I'm going to spray it down with a little PB blaster on the throttle and everything. Okay. Whirl. There we go. We want to make sure all that opens up the way it's supposed to. Because when we start putting fuel to it, we don't want to be stuck on idle or whatever. So that's moving. Let's put a little gas in the tank. Now, if you guys at home are wondering about what's going on with the Toyota, if you look up under the front there and it looks like the BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, Yeah. Little head gasket. So instead of just putting a head gasket on it on a 300,000 mile engine, we're just going to rebuild the engine, or a engine. But in order to do that, we need money. And what the world, man? I'm assuming that's positive hooked to the battery. What you think, Bo?
Yep. It's got the plus on it.
And perfect.
That one's red.
The negative is red. All right. Now, what I want to do, that one's hooked to our, what's this? What is this hooked to? I'm going to say that's going to this side of the coil here. There we go. I know we got oil, so I think clippy-clack is hooked directly up to the, yeah. Should we get gas coming out here in a second? See, this is supposed to hook to the gas tank.
Yeah, it was hooked to a water bottle. I thought you realized that.
Thanks, Bo. Why would it hook to the water bottle? Just use the gas tank.
Because Bobby used a water bottle, not a gas tank. What was it for?
He's a damn antenna, you damn noob.
Why would it stick out like this?
Huh?
Stick out like this. Hit everybody.
There's the vent, I think. Vent. So yeah, I think we can undo this hose from the click-clack and go ahead and put the other hose to it from the tank, and I think we should be in good shape with it. About to have this thing on the dirt, on the DRT. I love that background noise. It really helps with the audio. You know?
Yeah.
But at least he ain't playing video games. Good God. Good God, y'all. Good Lord. Goodness gracious alive. See if we can't run this thing the way God intended. Just tighten those down just with you, whatever you got handy there. Back in there.
You got a points distributor?
Yep. See the car right there. There it comes. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're good to go now. So let's shove that bad girl back on the carburetor. We know we're getting fuel to it now.
That's my hope.
Yeah. Gotta get some higher around it, boys. What? All right. Got fuel going to it now. See if we got some fire. Show y'all this new thing we got. One of them external triggers. Got no key. At least we can sit out here and run it with the trigger. So, let's connect this damn thing down here. got some fire coming out of here. First we gotta hook that back up. Not getting any fire here. What?
Everything keep falling.
These things tend to run better if you hook them up to the coil like they're supposed to be. But you know me, I like to do things a little oblong. You know, like putting the wrong socket on something. That's the distributor in there. Cut it off, get some fresh wire in there. What are you laughing at? There we go. Now, the one thing I'm not a fan of right at the moment, because I don't have a key, is the clickety-clack is wired in the key on. So whenever I'm trying to check to make sure I'm getting fire, out of the distributor, the click-clack's got to be on. So that's a kind of a downer, but it's all right. Now, of course, positive is power in. I think that's positive, ain't it? Yep. Positive is going to be power in. And negative is going to be to your distributor. Put that fresh new eyelet on there. So now we ain't got it jerry-rigged. That's one less fire hazard. Don't count the 1,500 other ones. And gently tighten these back down with your correct tool for the job. And if you know any of us at Clyde's Mechanical, you'll know our correct tool is always channel locks. Let's give a little flick while we're here to the points. So in case there's any corrosion on there, we'll flick the corrosion right off. I don't know if that works, I'm just telling you. It's a kind of like a good luck thing. Now, you feel better, Bo?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Clicked on our positive side of the coil, so we know we're getting some power to it. Like that. See, we got some fire here.
There you go.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Ain't got a rubber button on.
I don't know what that is.
The button that goes right here spins around, hit the cap. It ain't on there. I don't know where it's at. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all before you find out on the internet that I didn't put the rotor button back on. That's why it wasn't firing off that time. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm here to look stupid so you guys don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, I'm almost 100. I'm not going to say 100 because that'd be ridiculous because I'm never 100% on anything. But I'm almost 58% that this is going to start now. That mother clip. There it is. So, Bo, if you don't mind, I'll have you put this clip back on in a minute. We might not even have to hook the damn battery charger up to it. Who knows? Some brakes and see if we can't pull this thing out in the yard. I'm excited. What do you think?
Stinks.
They ain't running years.
Rat turds.
It ran good though, didn't it? They can idle it down just a hair.
Yeah.
Luckily, about 4 or 5 years ago, Papa actually went through my back brakes on this thing, and he didn't quite finish. He made the line a little bit too long. So all we're gonna do right now is shorten this line up to where we can get it right here, right there where that cup is. Put that line in there. Got a brand new master cylinder on it. The front's not bad. You can see the pads aren't bad on it. Drum's not bad. Put it all back together. Cut about that much off. That's what I'm thinking. It could be less, could be more, I don't know. Go 3 times. It'll break off, I promise. There we go. It broke. Alright. You need your nut off of there. Do not flare this thing without this nut. Slide this nut back on here. Like so. You gotta get down far enough. Stick it in there, just like yay. About the same width as your die. If you get the right size. Till she stops. Now you want to take your die out. Run her back down again. And we've managed to do a double flare. Now I'll just take it off. Pin it back where we can get our nut back down. Shouldn't fall with tires on there. I hope you got something out of today. If anything, you got to see me fumbling around with a little truck. Hopefully next time y'all see me, I'll be able to lift this thing up, use the lift, and we'll drive this old girl out of here. We've got to get a slave cylinder, we've got to get a master clutch cylinder, go ahead and replace those two, and that should cover everything. The rear brakes were good. It run great. We did get to hear it run. It run awesome. So yeah, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me how bad I'm doing. Tell me what you do different, good, bad, or ugly. Just make fun of me. I don't, it is what it is. But anyway, if you don't know what you're doing, remember, just pretend like you do.